Thank you so much for being here. It's your intuitive tarot reader, your motivational mystic, Galena, and I'm here with a timeless collective message. Definitely an impromptu message. Spirit had me hop on here, and this seems pretty important. It seems pretty intense, so I'm going to really take my time today and hopefully do this message justice. Now, I definitely would be remiss if I didn't mention the fact that there's a new moon solar eclipse happening on Saturday in the sign of Aries. And this is going to be an intense portal opening for each and every one of us. And Spirit is showing me that there's two different groups in this collective who are going to be experiencing this energy in very different ways. Now, the intensity is matched, so buckle up. I definitely kind of want this to come across not as so much a warning, but more of a heads up. You know, there's nothing to be scared of. This is just to prepare you because these energies can really eclipse certain chapters in our lives and completely start fresh for us. Sandeep says, first in the chat, thank you so much for being here. And yeah, if you're watching right now, definitely comment and let me know if this message is resonating. Let me know how you're feeling today and if you're feeling this new moon solar eclipse energy already. Now, some of us are going to be experiencing this from the perspective of a lot of possibility, especially for those of us who have been very connected and in communication with spirit. Kind of, if you feel like you've really been in touch with your intuition, and there's no comparison between these two groups. I want to make that very clear. It's just different stages, different cycles, and we all can be in different perspectives of this cycle at different times in our lives. But it's just as we approach this new moon solar eclipse, some of us are experiencing this as, okay, thank goodness, finally the door's opening, finally this chapter's starting. This is where kind of like God's promises are coming through for me. So there's a lot of positivity, hopefulness, catalyst is the word that's coming through. So and I just saw 222 on the live timer as well. So it's like you feel totally in alignment. You feel like it's you and spirit hand in hand walking this path together. And that spirit's literally opening the door, opening the key, and like you're getting handed a bunch of key codes to unlock multiple different blessings in your life. Okay, so that's one group. And we're going to pull messages specifically related to that energy. And for another group who's confronting this energy, this new moon solar eclipse is actually closing a lot of doors unexpectedly because spirit's like, this is unsustainable in your life and we are not going to allow you to continue this any longer. We're not going to allow you to live in the dark when it comes to this relationship any longer. We're not going to allow you to pursue this career. Like if you've been dealing with dead ends in your career over and over and over again, this new moon solar eclipse is like spirit giving you a chance to reinvent yourself. And this is one of those challenging times astrologically where we can't necessarily bend everything to our will, right? But we can choose who we are and who we need to be in order to make this energy work for us. So it's a matter of taking things into your own hands in a way that is smarter as opposed to harder, is the phrase that's coming through, as well as in a way where you can really see yourself fully and accept yourself for the stage and the place that you're at and strengthen those places. So I hope that that makes sense. Hello to Mustafa in the chat. And so when it comes to this first group, you are going to be empowered. There's a lot of responsibility that's coming. So spirit almost wants to give you a heads up and like a warning about that, is like, hey, you're going to have a lot of activities on your plate. You're going to have a lot of people to look out for. Family is going to be a really big theme for this group as well, where it's like you are going to have certain tasks that spirit wants you to take care of. And it's almost like you're going to be given directives in this next chapter. You might find that spirit's instructions to you are quite literal, quite direct, and that you know exactly what you need to do. And this self-trust is like a new level that you've unlocked because you're so in tune with the divine. Hi, Melissa. Thank you so much for being here. And so, yeah, that's going to be kind of like an intense upgrade when it comes to your spiritual gifts and like this awakening you're having. Things are getting really woo-woo. Things are getting really interesting because you are being given permission, you're being given the access code to activate this sacred technology that lives inside of your aura, that lives inside of your spirit. And that can be really weird, but it's because of the work that you've been doing. Now, for those of you who resonate with this group, I'm definitely getting a lot of like Pleiadian, kind of like star seed energy. It's just very celestial in nature. You do not have to resonate with being a star seed or anything like that. But the vibration that I'm tapping into, it's very like galactic. You might find that sacred technologies and innovation are being brought together. It's because of, now that I'm channeling this and as I'm speaking about it, I realize it's because of this whole awakening we're having due to Pluto Aquarius and like the whole age of Aquarius. So you're kind of helping to lead by example when it comes to establishing new earth and better ways of doing things. And you're an innovator, you're a trailblazer in whatever this new chapter is that's opening for you starting on Saturday, but really not starting on Saturday, really starting a year ago, months ago, because you've been in cahoots with the divine working towards this. Now, for those of you who are feeling really lost amongst this energy and you feel like Spirit's been really unfair, taking things away from you unexpectedly, or you just cannot have the breakthrough that you feel Spirit has promised you, like this new moon solar eclipse is going to shut doors and also close chapters inside of you, forcing you to kind of let go of something that you just have not been able to drop. I definitely see with this ghost regret card, it's energies of the past. Like you just have not been able to overcome certain regrets that you've had. This is a time to be a new person. Not that who you were wasn't good enough, more so that who you were or who you have been has not been serving you. And I don't know who this message is for, and I want you to know that this does not come with any shame or any judgment. It's just that when you are honest with yourself, you recognize that you have not been happy in this energy. You're focusing on these things, and it has a lot to do with an emotional tie, an emotional attachment to the past, where it's like, I need this person or this situation with my family that I was raised in didn't go the right way, or I was raised in this kind of dynamic, and so it still lives in my body and I'm still carrying it around, not just in my physical body, but also my emotional and spiritual body. And it's like part of my aura that I just carry with me everywhere I go. And it's preventing you from, it's almost like a cloak that you're wearing. This is the invisibility authenticity card. So this could be a cloak of shame that you're wearing, a cloak of sadness, okay? And if you've been struggling with depression, I just want to let you know, I've totally been there. And if you need counseling, if you need therapy, if you need a whole new regime, you're going to get a chance to start implementing that. And it is definitely a one step at a time. And sometimes when we have emotional intensity to such a degree, it can be hard to, like, you can't just spiritually bypass your way out of that. And that's something that I'm really passionate about. And I want to always make sure that I'm holding space for people who are navigating that, because sometimes it's lifelong and you will be given tools. You'll be having the opportunity to be the type of person who implements the tools. And finally shedding this like cloak, this jacket you're wearing. It's a metaphor for like the memories and the regrets, and I'm hearing like self-flagellation too. So some of you, you've just been incredibly, incredibly hard on yourselves in a way that's not serving you. And you're not going to shame yourself into changing. It just doesn't work that way. You can only love yourself into changing, but you might feel like you don't deserve that love, or that someone else isn't giving you that love, or that you don't have enough love inside of you to give. You're getting pushed in a completely new direction where Spirit's like, okay, we're gonna scrap this. It's almost like you've been looking at one particular map and you've been like looking for like moving different chess pieces on the map, and it's like, it's just not, the strategy is not strategizing. And Spirit's about to give you a whole new map, not just new pieces, not just new colored pencils to draw on the map, but like a whole new map so that you can have a fresh slate and so that you can see yourself more clearly. Now, some of you, you're going to feel like you're hitting rock bottom. And I just want to let you know, you're actually in this Empress energy. We have Death and the Empress card, right? And so some of you definitely could benefit from watching the last live stream I posted. But with this, it's like survival mechanisms as things shift and fall around you. Like, we are in a giant portal where structures can crumble and new structures can form, and our relationships can be completely renewed as well. Like, it's a beautiful, beautiful time. But if you're not in this secure Empress energy, especially when it comes to honoring your intuitive side, that knows spirit has a plan for you, that is believing in the wisdoms that you have access to, that believes that love and compassion can see you through anything, that believes that faith can see you through anything. If you're not in touch with that side of yourself, you will look at this situation and think that you're getting everything taken away from you and that nothing is going to work out and that this is like the end all be all, like it's over. Like, you're going to think it's so over, and it's so not. Like, I'm here to tell you, with this Empress, all of your needs will be met through this. You will be secure. You will be safe. You will be more beautiful for this experience. You will feel more beautiful on the inside for this experience. You will have the capacity for more love, and you will be back in touch with your ability to create from a divine space within you. Some of you definitely could benefit from doing like womb healing, and that you do not have to do that if that's not your thing. But I'm just thinking of like sacred woman. I think like Queen Afua has that book that could be relevant. I think it's on Spotify as well, but that's just coming through. So it's like, you will be okay through this transformation, and it might be irrevocable is the word that's coming through. It might be something that you can't force or manipulate externally to be more comfortable, but like, you will have every single thing that you need and it will be met. Bex in the chat says, hi, it's good to see you. So good to see you too. Comment and let me know how this new moon's treating you so far. We are a couple days before, but I, as an Aries stellium, I definitely feel these energies early, and spirit had to get me on here to share this heads up with you guys. Okay. We have the Lovers, we have the Five of Swords, we have the Eight of Swords, and we have the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands came out reversed. So this is a huge inner expansion. You're being given permission to finally dead those limiting beliefs, those pesky limiting beliefs. And I'm here to tell you that as we jump through this solar eclipse portal, you can manifest literally literally anything that you need. Like, you do not have to logically understand how it's going to come through. You do not need to logically understand where the money is going to come from. You do not need to logically understand how you're going to get from point A to point B, C, D, E, F. Your logical mind is going to limit you. Whereas if you embody who it is you need to be to align with that reality, it will be so much easier for you, and it will make way more sense, and you will get there faster. So spirit wants to give you almost like cheat codes, and it has to do with your identity. And I talk about this a lot, but it's so true. And especially because this is Aries energy, this new moon is Aries energy. It's the sign of I am. And Venus and Mercury have been retrograde in Aries. Like, this is your chance to say like, okay, I am this person. And it's not about pretending to be something. It's about feeling that side of you, feeling that part of you, and feeling where you have resistance to being that, and asking yourself why that is, and unlearning that. So some of you, you've definitely been on this journey, and it's paid off. Like, it's really paying off during this time. And some of you, it's a worthiness thing in a lot of cases. And also like resistance to change, because especially when it comes to like relationships with the Queen of Cups reversed. Okay. How are we feeling about this? I hope this is making sense, but yeah, it's like, it's time to free yourself out of your mental prison so that you can see that you're so much bigger and so much more capable of so much more than what you think you are, okay? Jackie in the chat says, Galena, thank you. Besides being always spot on, I greatly appreciate your beautiful advice and attitude. Thank you for helping bring perspective in a difficult time. Thank you, my love. And I hope I'm not coming off like harsh or anything. My Mercury is in Aries and my Mars as well. So this is energy that like I really understand, but we are direct communicators and it can be very confronting. And I think this solar eclipse will be very deeply confronting for some people because it's like, no matter what I experience, no matter all the evidence, like I feel like a lot of you have seen a lot of evidence of yourself manifesting, other people manifesting, pivoting, being able to pivot. It's like I just cannot get my own identity out of this box because of maybe how someone has treated me, how I was shamed as a child, or how I still carry the past with me, right? We have the Chariot reverse, and yeah, it's giving redirection strength, the High Priestess reversed as well. So it's time to stop like feeling into something so much and to kind of just be it. Like strength is also a card about embodiment and how true strength doesn't come from forcing things to be how we think they need to be, but true strength comes from our ability to bend and not break, our ability to accept things as they are and to completely pivot. So yeah, with the Chariot and the High Priestess reverse, it's giving divinely guided, complete redirection, pivoting. Some of you, you're going to completely enter a new industry, and you might find during this new moon in Aries, especially if you go to your birth chart and check what house Aries rules in your own birth chart, you would need your birth time to do that, but you will find that you're completely pivoting in that area. So like, for example, if Aries is in your second house or in your 10th house, you might move completely to a different industry, and you might find that you're taking a job that you're not that excited about initially, but it's like, okay, I think I can experiment with being the type of person who does this job. Like there's no need to carry this idea of you anymore, and it might feel really untethering. It might feel kind of scary because it's like, well, am I like being forgotten? Especially if you're still holding on to people from your past, family. It could be even like, for example, your own children. Some of you really have deep wounding surrounding being estranged from your adult children. And I completely understand that. Like, please don't think that I'm trying to minimize that at all or that you're not valid for that. But it's like, if I allow myself to be different, am I letting go of them? Or if I let go of the story, am I giving up on that? If I let go of my lover that I've been in separation with and I stop identifying as this person in this story, will I no longer have access to that? Or does that communicate to spirit that I no longer have that desire? No, that's not the case. It's about giving yourself freedom. And I'm seeing that picture in my third eye of the unicorn in captivity. That is like how your mind has been keeping you. So the other card we have is Hidden Talents and Lady de los Muertos, Acceptance and Equality. So it's time to experiment with your life a little bit more so that you can tap into completely different skill sets, things that are hidden in your aura. I'm telling you, there's like hidden technologies, secret key codes. That's the other word that Spirit's giving me. And past life skills is also coming through. Things that you do not see for yourself, things that your logical mind is like, well, I've never taken that kind of class, or I've never even heard of this thing. So like, you can be good at something that hasn't even been invented yet. For example, when I started doing tarot on the internet, I had no idea that I was going to be doing this, guys. I knew that I was going to help people. Like even when I was little, I told my parents, I'm going to be magical and help people by doing magic. My parents were like, okay, you need to go to college, right? And then I went to college. I didn't actually know that I would get hired to be a teacher online for like a virtual magic academy, okay? Because I used to work for one of those. And that's how I started doing content creation. It's like you can't conceive of it. So you have to identify as the thing that you know you really are in your core, your true core identity. It's giving higher self. It's giving your ancient star mission. Like, what did you incarnate to do for real, for real? It's so much bigger than who you are in relation to people from your past and the track you've been on career-wise, or the skill sets. Like, you don't need to even have a specific skill set for what this is that Spirit's bringing to you. But once you're there, once you're embodying it, you're going to be like, oh, this makes perfect sense for who I am and what I've been dreaming about. And actually, a lot of the divine downloads, like, I feel like readings from months ago that you've seen and downloads you've received in your meditations from months ago are going to click, because it's like I stopped holding on to this limiting idea of what people said I could be, or, you know, certain people read my resume and they were like, you have to do this and this and this, or you can only get this job if you get this degree and do things in this order. Like, no, we are throwing that away. We are throwing that away. And as I say that, it brings me to this card. Hi, Vanilla Cream. Thanks so much for dropping an emoji. And so this is Kalki, Destroyer of the Iron Age. Okay, so this is intense. This is what this new moon solar eclipse is bringing. It's destroying an era for us. And the blessings associated with this deity are strength in adversity. Strength in adversity, overcoming argument, determination in combating evil, and escaping the negative influence of the age of Kali. Now, if you don't know what Kali is, basically, when you study Krishna consciousness or the Vedic arts, it talks about Kali Yuga, the age of conflict that we're in. And it's basically a material illusion. It's this age where we are all blinded. We're all asleep because we are caught up in the material, which is just a perversion. It's not real, guys. Like, it's the Matrix, so to say. And it's not the truth, because truth is constant, right? The truth is the soul, your eternal nature, your inner creator, right? And so this energy is coming in to destroy the illusion we've been living under and opening our eyes so we can see who we truly are and what we're really capable of. It's like letting go of the limitations that other people have put on us. And with this destroying iron, I'm thinking of like iron bars. Like, some of you, you've really been so much more imprisoned than what you're realizing. And Aries, this energy, is here to liberate you. That's what this new moon solar eclipse is. It's liberation from karmic demons that have been messing with you, liberation from your inner demons, liberation from all of the authority that has been oppressing you and forcing you to exploit yourself in order to make a living. Like, all of these things are coming to a head so that we can really break those chains and be like, you know what, actually, I'm going to do things my own way. And as an Aries stellium, I know all about that, guys. So I'm telling you, I'm here to tell you, you can do it. If you want to do things your own way, you can do it. But it's time to pivot, to stop giving your power away and stop waiting for permission from other people in a way that's forcing you to try to conform and manipulate other tools that are handed to you by other people to make it work that way. Okay. Now, there's another thing Spirit wanted to touch on. Dora in the chat says, hey, beautiful. Sorry I'm late. You're not late. I hopped on just because Spirit was like, this message is really important. And so I didn't announce that I was going to be streaming today, but I'm so glad you're here. And I want to shuffle because there's one more point Spirit wants to make, especially about this idea of like going your own way, doing things alone. A lot of you are entrepreneurs, and this is going to start going better after this new moon in Aries. But also, there's like a better way is what's like the literal phrase I'm saying, a better way. And this applies to so many things, especially when it comes to the way you're doing your business. It's like, if it's been such a struggle and you've been trying to like force different aspects to work and it's just been like a huge headache, it's almost like if you just drop that and do the part that feels the most inspired, that's going to help you a lot. It's like Spirit's going to take care of that right now. And also there's like magical solutions, like not to be, not to encourage you guys not to do what you can, but it's like, you'd be so surprised how things can work out. And then for those of you who are not entrepreneurs and you're just like searching for jobs, or you've been feeling like the job you're looking for doesn't fit in with what's in your heart to do at all, it's like there's a better way. Some of you just have to, like, literally have to wait for it. And I know that's going to be uncomfortable for some of you. Vanessa says, hi, with the enlightened panda emoji. Thanks so much for being a member and using the member emojis. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this message for those of you who are looking to change your career, because I'm getting big pivots in this area, and it has a lot to do with you embodying who you are and branding yourself different. We have the 9 of Pentacles, y'all. Didn't I say, like, going your own way, like doing things different and having all of your needs met? That's exactly what the 9 of Pentacles is. This is the card of independence and also luxury. Some of you, you're going to have a huge boom in your finances because of a leap you're taking related to self-trust. And this is not random. It's divinely guided, because look at this little birdie she's talking to. It's like you're receiving information, you're receiving the signs, and you're following them all the way to your abundance. And for some of you, this was a really long road. We actually have, I've never in my life noticed this, but there's a little snail. Can you guys see that? So this is not like, it might seem like you rose to success overnight, or it might seem like a huge boom in your finances overnight, but really it's not. It's like you have done the work, and it was actually really painstaking. Side note, some of you, you're having huge glow ups where you're being seen differently by other people, and people are treating you differently because of that, because they don't remember where you came from. So you're going to clock a lot of behavior that you're not super into, and it's like seeing how the other half lives is kind of like what's happening here. We have the 6 of Swords reversed. So what's going on here with this career transition? Can we clarify this, Spirit? We have the 4 of Swords, and let's get one more, please. The Hermit, the 6 of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords reverse. And some of you, you have to receive help as well. There's going to be like a business loan or some kind of mutual aid. Could be that. And some of you are being forced to stop keeping your ideas to yourself as well. Spirit's giving me a lot of different words that I'm trying to piece together. We have the 7 and 8 of Pentacles too, as well as the Page of Pentacles, the 8 of Wands. So yeah, some of you, it's like a huge job opportunity coming in around this new moon solar eclipse, and it's going to be in it's giving like a complete redirection. And this is not something you can force. Like, I don't know why I keep getting messages about like trying to force things. It's not something that you're like running to, if that makes sense, or like trying to create. And we have the 4 of Wands too. So like an energy of celebration is coming through. So I love that for you guys. But Spirit wants to really highlight like the internal journey here, because something's stuck inside with this 4 of Swords. It has a lot to do with worthiness. It's also a lack of clarity. It's kind of like when you're trying to manifest, but you keep switching your order, or like if a waiter takes your order and you keep calling them back to fix something, right? It's kind of giving that, but it's like you haven't fully decided. Yes. Okay. But either way, there's money coming in. I actually don't even feel like for some of you, this money is tied to a job. So maybe like with the unemployment, like you're getting unemployment, and Spirit's saying like, do not stress about that. Like, please don't stress about that. And then others of you, it's like you're getting something for free. Like you don't even have to work for this. And that could be another thing, is like you identify as someone who has to work really hard and needs to be giving, needs to be of service with this Hermit and the 6 of Pentacles. Like, I need to be of service in order to receive money, or I need to be in my purpose in this particular clear way in order to receive money or receive help. And you're making something a lot harder for yourself. So I don't know who that is. Like 9 of Pentacles, like be in your abundance frequency where you get to take care of you, and it's not selfish. So I don't know who needs to hear that. Some of your attempts at service could be blocked simply because you are focusing too much on giving to others, and it's a worthiness thing again with this Queen of Cups reversed and the Empress. It's like you will naturally give when you take care of you. And you have to see taking care of you as an option first instead of doing it the other way around. So, okay, Joya in the chat is saying that's me. Okay, thank you, because I'm like, is this message coming out right? I know it's coming out the way Spirit wants to, but as I'm channeling, it's hard to keep track. Okay, Karen says, wow, I finally caught a live. Yay, yay. I'm so glad you're here. And thank you guys for being members. It really means a lot. So yes, let me know if anyone else is resonating with this like Julia is. That definitely needed to come through for someone. It's like, you can't be in your divine mission if you're placing your worthiness in it. And I know that's so hard. I know. I like, take it from me as someone who I've definitely gotten caught up in taking my soul mission too seriously. But it's like, if you just took something first and then use that to take care of you, you would naturally give, because that's who you are. It's who you are. Your purpose is not about what you do. You're going to be in your purpose no matter what. You don't have to have like the container for it. Okay. Whew. Okay. So that really definitely needed to come out for some folks. But I want to go ahead and recapture these cards and just see if there's any last messages Spirit has for this new moon solar eclipse. Vanessa says, it hit home, needed this topic. It was something I hoped you talked about today. Well, you manifested it. See, you're such a powerful manifester. I'm saying, guys. More self-trust, more self-love, less limitations and confusion and pressure, self-imposed pressure. You're already good enough. You're already enough. And this new moon solar eclipse is going to show you that big time. Not just that you are enough, but where have you been confused about that? Where have you been missing that? Okay. Okay. Knight of Swords. So something incoming fast, information, news. Ooh, okay. Six of Pentacles. So it's like, as soon as you really get this message and really embody it, help will come in. It will make so much sense. Spirit knows the timing, like knows the exact right timing of when you need to receive things, when you need to know things. You can save yourself so much trouble by kind of like letting the universe take care of you in that way, and trust that whatever you don't know, whatever you don't have right now, like Spirit will make up for it. Especially if you're like, well, how am I going to take care of others? Right? Because some of you are so service oriented, and that's absolutely beautiful. With the Queen of Cups coming out upright or reverse again. So yeah. And then Lauren in the chat says, no one can pour from an empty vessel. Absolutely. And we have the Lovers and the Ace of Swords reversed. So yeah, some of you, you're also going to feel really called to isolate from certain people. Not that they don't mean a lot from you, or not that they don't mean a lot to you. Sorry, guys. I have had a lot of espresso and it's Mercury retrograde. But with this Ace of Cups, it's like you have to learn how to pour from a full cup. And if you are unhappy with certain circumstances, you have to drop the circumstances, detach from the circumstances, and focus on feeling better. 10 of Wands reversed, because you're carrying a lot of attachment to circumstances. And it's all caught up in this idea that the circumstances are going to reflect what you are capable of providing to others. Especially with this Queen of Cups reverse, like some of you just want to give and give and give and give. And that's so beautiful. And it's because you're right. Like, you're right. You did come to this planet to give, to have an open heart, to be rooted in compassion. But Spirit would not put you in this healer energy if you weren't supposed to be taken care of. That just would not make sense. So, some of you, you feel like Spirit's been really hard on you, but this is something you've been doing to yourself. I just have to keep it real with you. And then other hardship, sometimes it's material nonsense. Like I said, we're down here in this like weird age of conflict and war and turmoil and like hatred and things, guys. Like, and it's not because of you. Some of you, you're just so incredibly hard on yourself, and you think that like you need to save Earth and fix the problem. And you help do that so much naturally. It's not something that you have to put all this pressure on yourself to do, okay? So yeah, I hope that I touched on everything. Jessica says, such a blessed gift you have. Thank you, my love. Oh, so much love to you. I'm really glad that people are resonating with this because the energy that came through today was like pretty serious. Spirit was like, look, we got to get on the same page. And I just want to remind you all that if you've been dealing with hardship, if you've been struggling financially, if you've been struggling in your relationships, you are not like getting a bad grade in spirituality. I have to remind myself of this all the time as one of God's children, as someone who prays daily, who meditates daily, and who looks for the meaning in everything, because that's just how I'm wired. I'm a Pisces rising and moon. I am always having to remind myself, like, I'm not in trouble. I'm not being punished by the universe. God is not a punisher. And sometimes things are just hard down here because it's hard down here, and it's not because you're doing anything wrong. But at the same time, the hardship you face will be used to learn, and also so that you can be used as an example for the people you are going to help. And you're doing an amazing job at that, okay? So yes, just remember that it's not a reflection of your worth. And yeah, Jessica says private reading soon, period. Okay, yes. And for private reading orders, just know I'm filming tonight and tomorrow. This weekend, it's actually my birthday on Thursday. And then this weekend, I am moving house. So I'll be really busy the next few days. Don't think that I didn't get your order. Please don't think I'm ignoring you or anything like that. I am fulfilling orders as fast as possible. As y'all know, moving is just very chaotic. And I love to bring my full energy and attention to my readings. I don't want to compromise your messages or anything like that just because things are up in the air over here. So readings fulfilled tonight, and then I'll be back to it probably Monday or Tuesday, more likely Tuesday, just to be real with you guys. So yeah, Joya says, thank you guys. Happy new moon solar eclipse. I hope you all have a beautiful time. Allow the shed, allow these like converging points to happen where things are ending and things are beginning, and just trust that like you don't have to have it all figured out, but you have to know who you are, and you are good enough. Okay, my loves, I'm going to leave the message here. Thank you so much. Sign up for the emails. Oh, someone sent me a super chat. Thank you so much. I really hope this donation comes back to you 100-fold, 1,000-fold. Thank you so much for the birthday wish as well. That means so much to me. And yeah, oh my gosh, that's so sweet. I think that's my first super chat. So thanks. And yeah, I wanted to invite you guys to go to galenathemystic.com and sign up for the email list if you aren't already, just so you never miss divine downloads and updates. And I like to include messages. They are messages directly from me. And then check out my website if you are curious about any of my private offerings. I don't think there's anything else. Oh yeah, and if you're a member, there's a reading for you in the members library all about your spiritual legacy. I definitely think some of you could benefit from that based on the way this message came through today. But yeah, my birthday is this Thursday. I'm in Aries, so it's my season. So excited. Ooh, Jessica's birthday is Friday. Oh my gosh, twin. Oh, thank you, Joya. I hope this donation comes to you 1,000-fold. Thank you so much. So yeah, I also have the same birthday as Mariah Carey. Fun fact about me, I always listen to Mariah Carey on my birthday. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go, but I love you all so incredibly much, and I will try to live stream again on Thursday. We'll see. No promises, but I'll definitely post about it in the community tab if that is the case. I hope this message was helpful. Sorry guys, I'm getting excited and I'm stuttering because I'm so neurodivergent. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna go. Love you guys.